Shit. What up there, anime and manga communities? This is your boy chdeaaanime, or chdeaaanime, whatever you want to call me. And today, I'm here to talk about Magi, the Labyrinth, Endure the Kingdom, Endure the Manga Magi. Now, here's the thing. I really do apologize for the lack of Magi content on my channel. I have been in the middle of some things and a lot of thought and blah blah blah, and I haven't really been putting out my reviews for all of the manga that I've been reviewing like I should. And I'm gonna pick that shit up and fix that. I apologize to you guys, especially since I got time to put up that Kingdom review though. So now I'm gonna get back to doing my Magi reviews, and yeah, that's really all I need to say. Now let's go ahead and get through this chapter of Magi. Now, dude. Okay, before I get into this chapter of Magi, I need to talk about last week's chapter, the week before last week's chapter, 250. Now, I do not like, what the hell happened to Hakuryu? Like, dude was always emo, but now he's going like, it almost doesn't even make sense. Like, okay, wait, no, okay, hold on, let me stop. The thing is, it's like Hakuryu is literally evil because evil. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, Hakuryu used to be this guy who, yeah, he had his issues. He was obsessed with revenge and all that. But in the end, he still had a goal to reunite his kingdoms and blah, blah, blah. Now he's like, I'm going to unite the kingdoms as a front so I can just murder and kill people and we'll just make more enemies to murder and kill. It doesn't even make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And maybe it does, and I'm just being biased because I preferred it the old way, because I like it when you have all these different morals and values going up against each other in conflict. That's what I like, and I really enjoy that. So wait one second, and we back now. So the thing is like, I might be overreacting to it, but I don't really like the way Hakuryu is going with this. I prefer him being, someone who is questionable, but he's still trying to do it for the betterment of the world. Right now, he's just on some murdering shit. But let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter, relatively simple. It's mostly about Koen and his guys basically saying, well, F your rule. Look, like, that's pretty much the first half of the chapter is them basically reading off how the attack happened and how, everything went down, and how Judar has like the teleportation magic and all the other magic that he has now. And the people who are loyal to Koen are like, look, we gonna stand by you to the end. And Koen is like, I refuse to obey this clown. I'm not obeying Hakuryu, because Hakuryu puts out an edict so that anyone who dares to work with Koen will be executed along with him. So we into some real murder business. And this meeting between Koen and all of his followers is happening in Balbad, which, interestingly enough, 80% of the people who follow the Ko Empire, who are under its rule, want to be under Koen. Like, literally, the soldiers that fight are like 80% of them are on Koen's side, which is crazy. So, Koen and his boys are going to be going into open war with Hakuryu. The country is now going to be split in two. The warring factions, it's going to get real, and yes. So from there, we learned that Alibaba and Aladdin left Balbad, or didn't come to Balbad, because they decided to go straight to the capital of the Ko Empire to talk to Hakuryu to figure out what's going on, and what can they stop this conflict from going down, because they still think Hakuryu has common sense. They don't know that he's gone full Darth Vader, Sasuke, emo nutcase, like on some real murders. No, I take that back. He's not like Sasuke. I don't ever think Sasuke was just this evil. Like, this nigga has like no redeeming qualities. He's just pure evil, and it's kind of cool, but it's also gross. But that's what it goes. So, as they're flying their way to the capital of the Ko Empire, Alibaba and Aladdin are talking about basically how they're trying to prevent the world from turning into what Almatoran was. And how Alibaba, no matter who it is, if anyone is bringing Balbad into a war, he's going to be fighting against that person. And Aladdin understands. And then through this little dialogue of Alibaba basically saying how much he wanted to fight to keep the world from becoming like Almatoran, Aladdin thinks to himself that him and Alibaba didn't meet by chance. This was something fated for them to meet. And so then when they arrive at the capital, they find that there's a magical barrier around the main building of the capital. And Judar appears behind them and takes off the barrier after a little bit of, why don't you guys go in? And Aladdin's like, nah, nigga, y'all ain't kidding. Y'all ain't trapping me. So Judar brings down the barrier, and from there, Aladdin destroys 7 of the points of power, because you need 60 points of power to make an isolation barrier, and Aladdin destroyed 7 of them, which prevents that from being done. So the chapter ends with Alibaba and Aladdin standing face to face with Hakuryu, and they look surprised, like, huh? And I don't know if they look surprised because they can sense the evil within this man, or do they think like, oh, he still looks sane. So that's what the chapter is. Now, I just have something one last thing I need to mention from last week's chapter. The week before last week's chapter, which is Rengoku did Rengoku take over Hakuryu's mom's mind? Because it would seem that way. Like, it's hard to, it doesn't matter. Either way it goes. My predictions for next week's chapter of Magi is more than likely gonna be them finding out Hakuryu's a nutcase, or Hakuryu's gonna lie to them and kind of make himself still seem sane, so that he can get some like allies on his side that he may or may not need. But I know for a fact that one day they're gonna figure out Hakuryu. And Hakuryu and Judar are shaping up to be possibly one of the final villains of the series. Possibly. Now Hakuryu could change, and he could go and be like Sasuke and come back and be all on everybody, buddy with everybody. But this is how I see it. The final opponents of the series are going to be the Black God, Sinbad, and Hakuryu. I really feel like Judar along with Hakuryu. But I think that these 3 people are going to be the final players in this manga. Like, that's how I feel, because Rengoku is dead now. And although I don't think she's fully dead, I don't think she's going to play like a major I'm going to fight you role in the coming finale. But that's just my guess. Sinbad is a scumbag, and Hakuryu is just pure filth. So someone in this mess is going to become evil. And it's just, waiting to see. Either way it goes, I really enjoyed this. I wouldn't say I really enjoyed it, but I enjoyed this chapter of Magi. It wasn't like it was a bad chapter. It was just kind of like, it was okay, let's get to the next thing. So either way it goes, man, I'm going to go ahead and sign out now. This is your boy, chdeaaanime, signing out. Please be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do the things that will learn from Thrive. And I will catch you on the flip. It has been golden. Peace out, anime and manga communities.